This is the 2021 Jaguar XF P300 all-wheel drive R-Dynamic SE.
Long-ass name for a long-ass car.
It is a long-ass car. A lot of people think that this competes against the BMW 3 Series, for example, but Jaguar does this Cadillac weird sizing where the XF falls between the 3 Series and the 5 Series in terms of size. Now, with the 4-banger being the only option, price-wise, it's more 3 Series and 5 Series. So let's see what this Brit really has to offer. First of all, looks-wise, it's very sleek. It has new headlights with a new front bumper, a cleaner side look, with wheels that don't really scream, and at the rear end, it has a tasteful, nice little tushy with dynamic darkened taillights and a massive diffuser. But have you noticed what's really missing from the backside?
Exhaust tips.
What happened to Jaguar?
They got cheap?
These are the guys that made a point of making awesome exhausts.
Yeah, it's just not there. They haven't given that excitement element to it. And I don't know, it's not even an EV, so I would expect an EV not to have exhaust tips, but like this doesn't even have it, and it's a 4-banger.
And the exhaust, if you pay attention, you can see them, they're pointing downwards. It's like a really sad implementation. And it doesn't sound like anything. It's like, bleh.
Yeah, there's nothing to it. You don't hear anything. It's just quiet.
Remember the F-type SVR with a titanium exhaust?
I remember the first time I heard that. That was fun.
Oh well. Inside, it's very luxurious, really well made, and very fancy overall. They've selected and matched very high-grade materials. The leather on the shifter is unreal, and I really like the wood, the leather, the satin stuff. Really nice. Don't you think? That's really nice, isn't it?
Sorry,
it's
what?
The softest leather ever.
I really like it.
Stop touching it now.
Okay,
you're gonna make it larger. Fit and finish is also excellent. You won't hear any unwanted noises in here, at least initially. Technology has done a leap forward too. You now get a massive screen, which is slightly curved, but it's bright, clear, and the graphics are very high res, and the response is good too.
I just think with the screen, it's not as precise as I'd like it to be. If you're driving and you want to touch something, you gotta hit it bang on. But if it slides a little bit, see how the screen didn't really change? Okay,
so basically it's the icons are too small, right? You have to like really pinpoint where you're touching.
It would be better if it was a bit bigger. But I get the elegance factor that they wanted. They didn't want it too big. It had to be the right size, so I get it. But it's not as user-friendly as I'd like it to be.
Yeah, and I noticed that some screens are really fast, some take a while. But
really?
whatever.
I didn't notice that.
The biggest problem has to do with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto.
What problem?
So you have a wireless charger, which is great. But to have Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, you need to plug in the USB cable.
Problem with that is that you're not going to really charge your phone. It's going to keep it the same. So you're not going to lose power, but you're also not going to charge your phone. So it's going to stay right there.
I object because my phone stopped charging.
Really?
So I have an iPhone 11. I had it plugged into the USB port. It would start charging, and then it would stop charging. But CarPlay was connected. So I changed cable, same thing. I changed another cable, same thing. Used the genuine Apple cable, same thing. So
I had an iPhone 12 and plugged into the cable itself, it was staying charged. But if you want to use wireless charging, let's say you don't use it, I've noticed that it doesn't charge at all. So there's an issue with the way it charges on the iPhone 12 because I think it has something to do with that whole circle magnetic MagSafe charger. It doesn't like it for whatever reason. And it's not just for the Jag, it's not Jag's fault. I think it's the design Apple put in. So you've got to have like a MagSafe charger type system for it to work.
Anyway, overall, I'm not really happy with the whole smartphone support here, but
yeah, I agree.
You know what I did? I had my phone connected to Bluetooth, wirelessly charging. I was good, but no CarPlay. Yeah. So, yeah. However, we had absolutely no issues with the Meridian sound system. It's loud, clean, punchy, great. The instrument cluster is also all digital and customizable. There's no heads-up display that kind of, I feel like it's missing. You have some great features like heated steering wheel, heated and ventilated front seats. They're also very adjustable and feel amazing. You get rear heated seats, but absolutely no USB ports for the poor guys in the back seat. What are you looking at?
See the lines?
Yeah, it has a heated front windshield.
I know. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, but once you see them, you can never unsee them.
It's okay.
So, yeah, it's okay.
That's how it is.
In terms of driving assistance, you get adaptive cruise with lane departure assist but no lane keep assist, which some people would appreciate. The driving position is near perfection and visibility is great too. Rear roominess is also very generous for knees and heads, but not so much for feet as they don't really fit underneath the seat in front. The trunk is large on paper, it's very deep but not very wide or very tall, so it's narrow and deep. The tailgate, however, is powered, so at least that's okay. Under the hood, there is an Ingenium 2.0-liter turbocharged engine that makes 296 horsepower and 295 pound-feet of torque. It's made it a really good ZF-sourced 8-speed automatic that's quick and smooth. And did you notice? What do these paddle shifters look like?
You ever see that show Lucifer?
Yeah.
You know that chick that slices and dices the demon, Lucifer's little side?
Oh, I like Mazikeen. Shout out Mazikeen. I love these paddle shifters.
You'll never miss it.
They're awesome. Driving modes include Eco, Comfort, Dynamic, and Slip and Slide. There's no dynamic dampers though to react to the setting. It's only the throttle mapping, a bit steering, and the all-wheel drive torque vectoring.
Did you notice that this has low traction launch control?
It's not launch control, it's
low traction launch.
Yes.
Launching with low.
You know what that does though?
It makes you take off on ice.
It's when you're a cheap and you don't get winter tires, and then you try to start the car going uphill or whatever, it assists you in finding more grip to go uphill. However, I did try that once in a Jaguar, and it was an XC, I think, on all-season tires and a really slippery surface, and it didn't work. Because the laws of physics are the laws of physics. When you ain't got no grip, you can't find no grip. So,
gotcha.
Great to have, just put winter tires on. Performance is very good overall. It does take a sec until you get going, but once that twin scroll snail spools up, off you go. 0 to 100 kilometers an hour comes in 7.1 seconds, and the engine is very flexible. It loves to rev as low as possible under normal driving, but it won't say no to a good bashing here and there.
Fuel economy is only 10.5 liters per 100 kilometers, and that's even when you're idling all day, like we were doing when we shot this video.
Yeah, I mean, it's not bad, but it's kind of like, let's say 5% higher of, compared to like rivals that have similar muscle under the hood with four bangers. So it's okay. It is premium though. Ride comfort is favored over handling. The chassis is stiff, but the springs are not, making it a plush ride over rough surfaces. Occasionally, you do feel some floaty movements that don't really inspire you to tackle some on-ramps like Mika Hakkinen or Charles Leclerc if you're a millennial.
Who's Charles Leclerc?
Is it, did I pronounce it correctly? Charles Leclerc?
I don't know who the heck that is. I'm tagging along.
It's a young kid in Ferrari that's hauling ass this year.
Yeah?
He's like 18, 19.
Cool.
The body leans a bit, then leans some more if you keep pushing. The default tendency is clearly understeer, but grip limits are high.
The steering's got a really nice weight to it. It doesn't really tell much to the driver, but braking is great. The pedal feels good. Yeah, like that. So it's actually really nice.
It's not like the car is not capable. It's just not very fun. It doesn't tickle your funny spot like the XE did. The XE, really good handling car. This one feels like, a little bit for my grandpa.
It tickles your funny spot?
I have many of them.
It is good to hit your little adrenaline rushes here and there. Don't want to take a fast curb or whatnot.
Yeah.
But I'd say this is more geared towards like an older audience that.
But once in a while, if you want to gun it a bit, it won't really disappoint, will it?
No, you won't regret it. I mean, it's okay.
So overall, the XF is a nice clean sedan or saloon, but it feels like the target audience is a little bit older than what other companies are going after, mainly because luxury has totally overhauled dynamics. Prices in Canada start at $60,570, but as tested, this one is $67,000. Overall score for this Jaguar XF is 8 out of 10.
If it had a bit more sound to it, and just a little bit more rumble, maybe just something. Give me something to work with.
At least in sport mode, right?
Yeah, like put it in sport, give it a little bit of rumble. Come on. That would give me a little bit more to kind of excite me about this car. But that's about it.
Nothing. It's quiet. I mean, with the adaptive dampers and with a better exhaust, I think it would have been a little bit nicer. The way it is now, a little bit boring.
I'd give it a bit better grading if that was the case, because then you get more emotionally connected to the car.
Yeah, now you just, feel the leather here. And
Don't touch that.
I swear to God, every time we touch it, it gets a little bit bigger.
Stop playing with it.
That's all for now. If you like this video, please remember to share it with your friends, subscribe. Most importantly, till next time, be well.
Perfect.